This is M&M. This is Marc Murphy working it now.
All right, here we are.
He's making a beautiful, easy bolognese with the leftover braised beef, which is basically just an Italian pot roast. So, Marc, you started with root vegetable, carrot, celery, onion, a little bit of garlic, right?
A little bit of garlic,
Cooked
salt
it down,
and pepper. Let's
little
remember,
salt and pepper.
Salt, pepper, bringing out all those flavors.
Right.
Then I got some red wine, reducing the red wine, a little bit of tomato, cooking that down, and then I'm going to take all the Grandpa's beef
braised
here.
beef.
I shredded it a little bit with a fork. Look, there's a couple potatoes in there.
Beautiful.
You know what? It all
I love
cook
the
in there.
potatoes, by the way. I put the potatoes in a sandwich. It's
So good.
great.
The potatoes are fantastic. You know, those potatoes are just like sponges absorbing all that flavor, which is just,
Yum.
I love that. I love that. And so look, we're going to cook this down, let it all reduce, cook
Until
you know,
it sort of melts into each other.
Yeah, and you know what? Take your spoon, break up the potato, so people,
Yeah.
you know, when you're going to pour it into the pasta, you obviously don't want to see big pieces of potato, maybe. But I
No,
mean, it's
you
up to
wanna
you.
see
You
it
want to
all
see,
incorporated.
you want to see it all incorporated. So then, you know, the beef is already cooked. It's going to cook again for like, you know, you can taste it. Just taste it as you go, and you know exactly how you want to.
And once
you want it
it's
to be.
broken down enough, then you know.
Exactly. And lucky for us, we got one right there that we did a little earlier that we're going to be able to just cook the
unveil
pasta.
him. Let's see him.
Let's see what it looks like. You guys want to look in? You guys ready? You guys ready?
Woo! Oh! That looks amazing.
That is good stuff.
Amazing.
You still breaking it up a bit?
Yeah,
You know what you could do,
I
actually?
think that they
just
put
thought of
in
it.
a
No, what
beautiful-
we did was, well, the Parmesan, you know, we're talking about leftovers. We don't want to waste anything.
That's
the
right.
Parmesan rind right here, we use this all the time in the kitchen. Most
and
of
my grandpa
professional-
always did with soup,
Once
sauce.
once you get to the end, put it in the freezer, save it. You can throw it into sauces. See, we
Look,
put it in
guys,
the sauce there.
the whole piece of rind adds flavor to the whole pot.
That flavor. You can do that with soups. You can do that with all sorts of stuff.
Beautiful.
We use everything, you know, except the squeal, like on a pig. You know, use everything.
Exactly,
Use the
use
rind.
everything. Rooter to the tutor, they call it.
All right, so now we're
so
gonna
you got
pasta.
a
We're gonna
beautiful
drain the
wide
pasta. I think
a
we got
nice
it all.
pappardelle.
I think it's all cooked. Ah, it's perfect. Yep, yep.
Do you want me to take a little starchy water for this?
I think we're okay.
You okay?
I don't think
Good.
we need it. It looks like it's juicy enough. As Josh
does
was
look pretty
saying
juicy.
earlier, we got to make sure it's nice and juicy. But we did put enough liquid in there, and luckily your grandfather's recipe had enough liquid in there that we could turn this into a pasta, which is great. Here, you can do this.
Beautiful.
And now, just to be sure,
Can add him right
and you know
to
what?
that.
Sometimes if you go fast enough, sometimes you want to reserve a little of the
Yeah,
water.
you get a little of the
You just
liquid
get it
stuck to
way.
that.
Here, I'll
You're
move
strong
this
enough to
guy
pick
out.
that guy up.
Let me move this guy out of
I'm
the way.
not.
I don't want to ruin your counter. I don't want to get a bill for the
A lot of heavy
counter.
lifting going on.
Oh, yoy. All right. And now we're
Nice.
going to take our sauce.
Don't leave pasta naked. Nothing annoys me more.
And
Josh,
don't
you
rinse
agree?
the pasta. You know, you do
Every
not want to
bottle of
rinse
sauce
pasta.
in the grocery store, they show this big naked plate of spaghetti with a little blob of sauce in the middle. You want it all to taste good. So you put some in with the pasta and some to go on top.
All right, and then we're
So-
going to throw a little bit of Parmesan in there.
Yes,
Let me
baby,
grab
here
some
you
of that
go.
Parmesan.
Little Parmesan.
So we're going to just throw that in there. You want to mix that around a bit for me?
Yeah. Let me grab the tongs.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Let's
A little
plate
bit of
one up so you
Parmesan.
can see it.
Let's see what it looks like. And if you want, you can then garnish with a little parsley. If
You
want to
chop
get
the parsley.
fancy,
I'll put
if you
some
want to get
extra.
fancy.
I'll put some extra stuff up on top.
Woo-hoo!
Look at those
All right.
giant ribbons. And here's more of that beautiful bolognese down over the top.
Do me a favor, guys.
Oh, my God.
There you go.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look
Look
at
at
that.
parsley. A
Little
little more
more
Parmesan on
cheese.
top, a little more cheese.
Make it rain.